Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. I want to thank all of our listeners from all over the world. Please do subscribe and share if you're not already. All right, let's get into it.
Martin Luther King, all black people were Republicans back in the 50s and shit. That's now they're Democrats. They flip flops. I can't remember what the year time frame was, but so people think Democrats are like all about black people. Look, they don't even come to the black community until it's time to run for presidency. And then they come want to hear what the black people. Oh, they come and taking pictures and doing all this shit in the black community. After the voting's over, you don't hear from them.
They're gone.
That's historically correct. That's historic fact. And we still fall for this shit every 4 fucking years. This is what I'm talking about. When are we going to wake up and realize that it's a goddamn hustle game? And oh God, you're not hustling me. I'm not the smartest dude in the world, but I'm far from fucking ignorant, and I'm not falling for the okie doke. So
exactly. And I wanted to speak about the Federal Reserve for a minute too, because after you hipped me to 1871 and turning the country into a corporation, then the next step was the creation of the Federal Reserve to let the world's largest banks take control of that corporation. So I'm going to knock down these. We got 3 messages. I'm going to knock these down real quick, but then I pulled up a couple things I want to read about the Federal Reserve.
The other thing with Obama was like he came out of nowhere, and it worked because he had no record. And, it was kind of like this moment of time, 2008, the whole country was all hating on Bush in the war. So he was sort of like an opportunist. He just saw like the perfect time to go for it, because let's be honest, like if you've been in politics for more than like 15 years or 10 years, you're going to have a record, and they're going to twist it up, and then they're going to just find something against you. So the only way like a minority candidate like that could ever win is if he came out of nowhere.
I agree with
possibly.
You, I disagree. I agree with him to a point. I do. I think
Me too.
He's got a great idea, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that he was chosen and selected.
I do too.
And groomed and put into position.
I'll go so far as to say they fed us a minority president to make us think that, oh, finally we got one of our own, a real person in the White House, right? When in reality, he was picked by the elite to orchestrate their agenda, and the proof of that is that his cabinet was picked in a memo by Citibank, and 21 of the people out of 21 people, they gave him a list of 21 names. Every single person got a job in his cabinet.
Well,
they told him who's going to be in his cabinet.
Well, it's a corporation,
right?
So he's just the chairman on a rotating basis.
That's it.
They supplied the staff that they wanted to run to run the organization for the next 4 years. It's been going on forever. It just actually got leaked out that time. It's not. This is normal business. This is normal business.
Yeah. And I see people, we got 3 messages, but I just want to throw this out there real quick about the Federal Reserve. So why was the Federal Reserve created in 1913? The Federal Reserve Act of 1913 established the Federal Reserve System as the central bank of the United States to provide the nation with a safer, more flexible, and more stable monetary and financial system. Congress has the power to amend the Federal Reserve Act, which it has done several times over the years, but it's never audited them. So the Federal Reserve is a private for-profit corporation that controls our monetary system. They decide the interest rate, the rate of inflation, and they print our money and loan it to our government at interest.
Right.
Why do we need a private company to print our money and loan it to us when we could just print our own money? Well, that's a really good question, isn't it? Any president who has tried to go against the Federal Reserve has ended up dead. Now, the Federal Reserve was created during a private meeting on what's called Jekyll Island. So I'm reading this from an article in Federal Reserve History. The meeting at Jekyll Island, a secret gathering at a secluded island off the coast of Georgia in 1910, laid the foundations for the Federal Reserve. In November 1910, 6 men, Nelson Aldrich, A. Platt, Andrew Platt, Nelson Aldrich, A. Piot Andrew, Henry Davidson, Arthur Shelton, Frank Vanderclip, and Paul Warburg met at the Jekyll Island Club off the coast of Georgia to write a plan to reform the nation's banking system. The meeting and its purpose were closely guarded secrets, and participants did not admit that the meeting occurred until the 1930s. But the plan written on Jekyll Island laid the foundation for what would eventually be the Federal Reserve System. So those people named are the heads of the world's biggest banks. So the heads of the world's biggest banks got together and decided how they were going to devise the monetary system for the United States. And it's all based on them making profit off of that system. So it's a system of debt, right? So as soon as you get a dollar,
follow the money.
It's already,
follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money.
Follow the money, and there's 13 families connected to that money. So
Yep.
That's what it is, man. And that's why this is a corporation. It is not. It's 1871. It all connects like Lego blocks, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Send another message here.
The interesting thing regarding voting, what you do is that every 2 to 4 years, whenever you do vote, you're basically contracting back into the corporation, which ultimately you are committing treason against the republic. But the problem is most people are not, they don't realize the fact that they are two governments, where like you have the republic and you have the corporation. Both were working in tandem, but they were giving you the illusion that it was one. This is one of the biggest reasons why your vote hasn't counted then, it won't count now, and it won't count whether in 2022, 2024, or whenever else going forward.
She's exactly correct.
Yeah. I mean, the founding fathers put safeguards in the Constitution to prevent public rule, to prevent democracy. They because these were rich, landowning white men who wanted to protect their position of privilege. Mm-hmm. So they made sure that you could only vote if you're a white landowning man. And here everybody praises them for being the founding fathers of a free country, greatest country in the world. They were slave owners, and they didn't want anybody except for their same class to be able to own land or vote or anything.
Yep.
So
it was a business venture.
Yeah, totally.
The 13 colonies was a business venture. Period. That was to go out and seek and try to make money off the lands, and it started with simple things like by trapping and meat,
furs, lumber,
things like this, and it was just simple things like that, and then religion came next, and people think they came over here on a tip where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get my freedom to do my religion. No. It was to turn a profit. All roads lead to Rome at the end of the day.
Yeah.
People tend to forget that. That's part of the 13 families as well.
And what is Rome? It's the base of the Catholic Church. The Vatican is its own city. Mm-hmm. And it's the Catholic Church is the largest property owner in the world, the largest owner of real estate in the world. Let that sit in for a minute. They don't pay any property tax on it because it's all tax exempt. They're the largest real estate owner in the world, bigger than
that's why Trump
any billionaire.
And that's why Trump didn't. He's like the only president that didn't bow down and kiss that motherfucker's ring when he met him. And don't you remember the little bullshit they had on the news about it about 3 or 4 years ago when Trump met the Pope and he didn't bow down to him and kiss his ring? Because
I don't.
Go look it up. Look it up. It was a little blip on the radar on the media, but Trump didn't bow down to the motherfucker because Trump's a real estate guy, and he was probably like, man, fuck you. I know your hustle. It's all business, man. It's all fucking business. It's not. He knows he's full of shit. He knows the full of shit. He knows. It's all
Yeah.
hustle. It's all hustle.
It's all hustle.
All of it. Shit.
Hustle and control and
Because it's like
power.
this. At the end of the day, it's like when you talk about religion, it's like, okay, so if I got to pay my tithes, why does God need money? What the hell does Jesus need money for? Why I got to pay money?
Right.
Monetary money, paper money. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
If God wants change, if God needs to work through someone, Jesus needs to work to make things change on the planet Earth. He can manifest money. Why do I have to give this institution money to show my faith in a omnipotent
in a non-material
God?
thing?
It's fucking ridiculous. Right?
I got to give material things to show my faith in a non-material thing. What?
Right, but that shows how much you love money. So it's like, well, you love money. It can go both ways if you want to get deep in the weeds with it. But it's ridiculous that some churches won't even accept you unless you give up your fucking tax form so they can see exactly how much money you got.
I mean, yeah. Now you're talking. There's a fine line between that and a cult. I mean, come on. Now you want my bank statements? No. Come on.
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's it all.
Yeah. No, I've heard that.
They murder cults at the end of the day, but I don't want to get into all that. They've evolved a little bit past that into money making cults now. So.
Yeah, I don't have any proof, but I've heard all kinds of craziness might be down in the basement of the Vatican, and there's very, very few people that have access to that.
Well, I got proof for it. Most, all Western religions have their origins in being male chauvinist murder cults. I got tons of proof of that shit. So, anyway.
We got some bubbles.
Hey, Silverback, how's it going, man?
What's up, bro?
Shout out UPC family. How's it going?
What's up, man?
Yeah, how you doing?
Come here to show some support, some love, man.
No doubt.
Thanks, bro.
Tuning into the show.
Thanks for coming in, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Drop a follow on me as well. If you're not following Silverback already, drop a follow on him. We like to chop it up about real stuff.
Yeah, he's a new member of the UPC. This is another thing. He's a cool brother, man. Drop a follow on him for sure, man. High knowledgeable dude, man. Got a great show. He does great shows, man. Good person to know on the stereo.
Yeah, I feel the same way about you, dude.
But in actuality, Obama ain't even quote African American, and he's not even Kenyan. He's actually half Indonesian, and apparently was his father Lalo Sotoro. He was basically an operative out of Indonesia, and his mother is a CIA honeypot. Most people are not even aware of that. So that whole audacity of hope and all that shit, dreams from my father, please miss me with the bullshit.
Wow.
Lady Bomber coming with the truth bomb. Thank you so much. I did not know that.
Lady Bomber, real talk, I've never heard that narrative, but I don't doubt it.
Well, doesn't it make sense? Because we were saying people are groomed. They're picked. They're not. You don't just do good at your high school, president, city council meeting, and then no, man, this is a club. The comedian George Carlin said it best, man. It's one big club, and you and I are not fucking in it.
You ain't in it. You said it.
And you ain't in it, man. So when somebody comes out of the woodwork like that and makes it to the highest level, yeah, you damn right. I believe maybe his mom might have had some ties, might have been a CIA operative. Maybe his dad was tied into something, right? I mean, because that's how it happens, right? George Bush was the head of the CIA. Then he becomes vice president. Then his son becomes president. Then his other son becomes governor of Florida, right? Like, that's how it happens.
Yeah, and I remember, I guess on the second term, black people were starting to get kind of like, well, damn, are you going to do anything for us? And it was something I looked at, and I was like, once I understood where he was raised, like on a tropical island, and his mother's white, which that's no big deal. I get it, whatever. But
he did not have an inner city experience.
No, he does not understand the black plight in America, mainland.
No.
So he
not at all.
Raised, so he doesn't really have anything invested.
Straight up. And he doesn't even understand the working man's plight, right? Because I voted for the dude twice, but then I felt like I got slapped in the balls, like he did jack shit for me. You know,
he wouldn't understand. He wouldn't understand what's going on grassroots in Black America or working man America.
That's it. How he's got no experience with that.
I just say it like this too. How could a Black man raised on a desert island, a paradise island by a white woman, understand the Black man's problems in America? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You'd have to have a goddamn crystal ball, excuse me.
So I'm just saying.
Thank you, because you put it very clearly, very succinctly right there. And you know, yeah, I couldn't say it any better than that. Let's hit the next one.
Also, there's a book by J.A. Rogers that goes into great detail, The Creature from Jekyll Island. And there were at least 3 people that were in staunch opposition to the Federal Reserve. And ironically, they would be on that ship, the Titanic. So people have said that the Titanic ended up sinking and those 3 men were on it. Now, I don't know if that was a setup to kind of get rid of them, because then that eliminates the votes needed. Because if they didn't, if they once they got rid of those 3 people, they could be able to vote unanimously on it.
Oh, come on, Lady Bomber. Nothing like that's ever happened. Come on, that never happens, right? Like, come on. Recently, the Kennedy guy, where, you know, the youngest Kennedy that was thinking about running for president and his plane went down. Oh, come on. There was no foul play there, right?
Right.
SEAL Team 6? No, they really did get Obama. I swear to God, they just forgot to take a picture. Come on, Lady Bomber. Man, Lady Bomber coming with the truth bombs. Thank you.
She's a monster. Hey, Lady Bomber, I followed you. Hope you follow me back. I'd love to do a show with you. For real.
Yeah, no, she's off the chain right here, all the time.
She's a bomber. But she's a damn sure bomber. For real. Damn.
Yeah, she's coming through on bombing missions. She's circling back to drop another one, I think.
I hope so. Yeah.
I hope so.
I love it.
I got another one right here.
No, but you're right though. Creflo Dollar here in Atlanta, Georgia, he requires you to, if you're going to be a member of his church, you have to give up your banking information. It has to be a direct deposit of 10% of your earnings in order to be a member.
Zero Global, I followed you too, bro. And
that's insanity.
This is what I was talking about. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you so much for coming through with that knowledge, or the validation of what I was saying.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you have to give up your personal income to show your loyalty to Jesus. But you know what? Creflo Dollar is full of shit, because if I ain't mistaken, he bought a personal $86 million jet. If I'm not mistaken, somebody fact check me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But it was either him or TD Jakes, one or the other. I can't remember. But what the hell does a man need a personal fucking $86 million jet when there's people starving outside the damn steps of your fucking congregation?
I'm sorry.
About this shit, because I grew up in the church. You know what I'm saying? And bro, it's like you gonna take these people's money, and then on top of that, I've seen people have to ask around the community to help bury somebody when this person went to that church their whole motherfucking life, and all the church provided is a damn reef. And then you got to pay the preacher to come and pray over your grandmama after she done went to that church for fucking 8 years. Now you got to, will you come pray over the grave? Man, motherfucker, do the eulogy and all that shit. You got to pay for that, man. That shit ain't free. Some churches will do it. I'm not going to say all of them don't, but they do want you to kind of give something. But it's like, oh, well, sorry. Like, you done paid all these tithes and you can't get no love from the church. Bruh, this shit really happens, especially in the Black community church. I don't know too much about the white church because I ain't been in too many white churches, but it's a travesty. It's a fucking travesty, period. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead and play the next one. I'm sorry.
No, man, I was just gonna say I've experienced the same thing, bro, where I had a friend that had to pass the hat for the funeral costs.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy. And when you would think the church would put a little kitty off to the side where you got to put some money in it for some of these elderly people that's been paying and coming in every Sunday and giving up their tithes, and then they sitting here barely making it in life, can't even hardly pay the light bill half the time, and then they pass away, and then people got to collect the money, and the church is just like singing a song for them. Like, something's wrong with that, man. And I've seen it.
Something's wrong with that.
I've seen it too many times, man. And it pisses me off, man.
Same. And I came up in the church too. My father was he didn't have his own church, but he was an ordained minister. So every once in a while, like on Easter, he would do a sermon. But we went to church every Sunday, to somebody else's sermon every Sunday. But I saw the hypocrisy early on, and the fact that like asking for 10% of an income, bank statements, this and that. Man, I got to call bullshit on that, because if you're just trying to spread the message of God, man, you get together in the park, you get together on the beach, wherever, on a mountaintop. You don't need this big, huge, ornate, beautiful church. And the pastor or minister sure as hell doesn't need some pimp and ride, and sure as hell does not need their own plane. Like, I'm sorry, you don't need to be that. You don't need to be that efficient with your time. Like, I got another sermon in Georgia in an hour. I got to get on my own private plane. No, you don't.
But when you dig deep with this, a lot of these older people on fixed incomes where they barely, maybe their Social Security check is not $700 a month. 10% out of that's a good chunk, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's a good chunk, man. And it's a hustle. I'll say it to the day I die. It's a fucking hustle, man. It's a damn hustle. And look, if you're doing God's work, then God gonna take care of you. Then why are you taking these people's money?
That's
like
it.
Like you said, you don't need
Amen.
no damn. The word church ain't what you think it means. I don't want to jump into this is your show, bro. I don't want to go into another avenue of discussion, but yeah, go ahead and play the next before I go on.
Yeah, we got a whole nother show there, right?
Man.
Yeah, I'll play another message here. We got them stacking up. Yeah. Hey, I just want to give a shout out. We got 12 people in the room. Thank you, people. If you give a clap, that'll draw some more people to the conversation here. It triggers the algorithm in stereo, and then it tells more people that you guys are digging what we're doing, and they'll put some eyes on it.
Yeah, Spoggers, I'm gonna give you a fucking head and leg, huh?
I didn't understand a damn thing you said, bro. So you just wasted your time with that dumb shit.
And he's a little underage kid, so fetus deletus. You just got reported. Bye-bye. 18 and up on this app. Bye-bye. Go talk to your mama.
Yeah, I'll follow you guys, man. I'm also looking for to scheduling more shows as we kick off UPC International real soon. We'd love to get international narratives from across the spectrum of the globe.
Hey, man, follow me on my
Keep up the great work, guys.
I'll do a show with you. Hit me up, man. Hit me up, brother. Hit me up. I'll do a show with you, man. I got my show, shameless plug, starting on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. I haven't pushed it out yet. It's going to be called Fuck Your Feelings. Fuck Your Feelings, coming Saturday nights with Bliss. With Bliss 12,
I like it.
26. Yeah, so it's going to be really raw and uncut. It's going to be something special. I'm hoping. I'm not going to pull no punches on the topics and shit. But I'm going to do that. But I'm going to be jumping in a lot of people's shit, as far as, doing other shows. And my algorithm, as far as my life, I got, my two little boys, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a single dad, so I don't have the opportunity during the daytime hours. So, that's why I got to do, like I told you, like now, this one was at 7 o'clock, right? So I can't really do anything till late in the evenings, but I'll do one with him, man, for real. Just hit me up, my UPC brother. We can work something out for sure.
Yeah, so, straight up. Awis, I would like to do one with you as well. If we're following each other on stereo here, I just dropped a follow on you on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram with what topics you might want to talk about, and maybe give me a couple times that you might be available. We'd go ahead and book something.
Yeah. I think I already followed him too. Matter of fact, very nice. Yeah. We'll book another bubble now. Let's see what's up.
Yeah.
Hold on now, and here, I want to drop another big time bombshell on y'all. Now I know a lot of people talk about the Illuminati and is it real or is it fake? Now, let's just try this. I know it used to work. I don't know if it still works. If you type in Illuminati backwards.com, it'll take you straight to the NSA right now. Try it out. Test me.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the NSA. And
that's crazy.
And I know you're already right. Edward. No, hell no. Don't anybody do that, because he's right. It will. And you know why? Edward Snowden already told us that there's trigger words, right? So if you type in Al-Qaeda, if you type in ISIS, Antifa, Proud Boys, any of this shit, you're going, ding, there's a computer following you, instant. It's a keyword. It's called a keyword. Doesn't matter if you're speaking it on your phone, if you're typing it as a text, if you're on your computer, you are being watched.
That's old software. They got better shit now, but they've been doing that for years, dude. That's late. That's like late 98, 99. They've been doing that for a while, man. Pre 9/11. This is pre 9/11.
Yeah, they can even look at you through our. They can even look at you through our cameras now on our phones. Even when the shit's not even turned on, they can be recording you through your phone.
Yeah. A lot of people still don't know that. And we got so comfortable, me being one of them, that we still say wild shit, and I don't give a fuck. Fuck it.
I'm just it's not that I got comfortable, and I just don't give a fuck.
It's too late. I say shit, but I'm telling the truth. I mean, it is what it is, man. Motherfuckers want me to know where I'm at. Fuck it.
Exactly. You want to come round us up and throw us in those FEMA camps? Well, come get us, but we're not going to shut up.
I mean, at the end of the day, it ain't like I'm telling lies or nothing. So I ain't making up no shit. All it is is just bottom line facts of life that many people before me have said, and people after me will continue to say. And
that's it.
They've just been bamboozled and been hustled, and I'm just not going to go quietly. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like I don't love my country. I do. Hell, I don't want to go nowhere else. Fuck, this is home. You know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding?
It's a damn shame that we've been sold a lie, man.
Yeah.
We've been
you put your life on the line for this country, bro.
You goddamn right. Dude, I've been on what, fucking 600-700 different missions. Dude, like,
Jesus.
Man, I try to keep that part of my life. I don't like really talking about it too much on this platform, but because I just retired. So like literally this month. And,
oh wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm fresh out the fucking joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to become who I was before. I'm not the same person anymore, but
and that's going to be a journey, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's deep. I've seen too much, man. That's why when I say things about certain things, I don't give a fuck how nobody feels about it. I know the motherfucking truth because I've lived it. So when it comes to foreign policy and all that shit, people talk about it. People be on here, oh, this and that. You don't know what the fuck you talking about because you ain't been there. You ain't pulled no trigger. Motherfucker, when your boots is on the ground and you been there and you pull the trigger in anger and you seen that little pink mist when a motherfucker blows apart in front of your eyes, then you can talk to me. Until then, you just speculating. You don't know shit. You feel me? So
that's real.
I get a little hot about it, but you know.
But hey, how could you not be emotional about it? That would mean you didn't care. And clearly, you care.
Yeah,
so that's wild, what's up. That's what's up. Thank you. Man, I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, this has been awesome.
It's all good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know. I know we had our little bullshit back in the day, but we squashed it. we rolling. You know, I'm a real cool cat, man. You know, I'm one of the people like, you know, life is too short, man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, you know, extinguished, and I've seen it be birthed, and life is too short, man. And sometimes you gotta let shit go, you know. And
well, that's it, dude.
We all make mistakes, man. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from fucking perfect, man. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. And, you know, I misspoke. What he's referring to, people, is I misspoke. And, you know, I got this issue where my brain goes so damn fast that my mouth can't really keep up. So what stereo has helped me learn is to slow the fuck down so I don't do that. So I don't put my foot in my mouth and say something that I totally didn't mean and offend somebody. Because I totally didn't mean what I said when I put my foot in my mouth when I was talking with you. And it was like, oh, fuck, damn it. I just said that. Damn it.
Yeah, it was some wild shit. It wasn't even that bad. Really, it was a heated night on a heated topic. So
yeah, but you know what I mean. It was one of those moments where I'm like, fuck, I just said that. Yep, that's the word that came out of my mouth. Damn it, those were stupid words.
But at the end of the day,
it was nothing hateful, but it was just it wasn't thought out. Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, we human, man. And that's the thing. Ain't nobody perfect. We all make mistakes. And like I said, I've made my good share, and I'm trying to, you know, be a better human every day. And that's the spiritual side of what I'm trying to do with my life. Been doing it for a while now, about 4 years, you know, because I'm not a Christian no more. I got away from that evil cult, and I feel much better about myself and life in general now that I'm not part of that demonic fucking organization. Because everything comes from the Catholic Church. A lot of people are like, well, I'm not Catholic. I'm like, that's cool, but they're the ones that you came from. They birthed your fucking religion. Because every one of you are Protestant. There ain't no such thing as like anything that came from Christianity, period. Catholicism is what birthed everything when it comes to the Holy Bible. So the Bible that you hold so close to your damn heart came from that damn building called the Vatican, you dumb motherfucker. But you don't know that because you think that it's different. Oh, it's different. Well, who wrote it, dummy? Never mind. I'm not going to hijack your talk. Let's get back to blood or oil and politics. Let's get back to get back to that, man.
Man, my screen looks like it froze up.
Oh shit! Hang on, I got you. I finally got my shit working. Hang on.
No, guys, you're absolutely right. He asked for a jet because he already had one, but he said it was too old and it wasn't able to help him get the job done. So what he did was he petitioned his congregation and they got him a brand new jet. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Damn, dude. I didn't even know that. I didn't dig that deep. I just knew, I dug in it to know that he had got a fucking $86 million jet. Bro,
that's crazy.
See, that's worse than the damn new jet. You already had one. Like, think about it, man. Oh, if you had let's say a damn Rolls Royce Ghost Classic. Nah, man, but it's old. I need a new one.
Yeah. It's 5 years old, dude. Come on. It doesn't even have Bluetooth.
And you give me a Countach 86 Lambo. Bro, how many people on the planet even own one? And you mad because you ain't got the new Diablo or the new, what is the new one? I can't even remember the name of it.
Right.
But it's like, dude, just be thankful for what you got, Christian. See what I'm saying?
Well,
now you see where I'm going with it, Christian.
Well, there's that, but then there's what you just said about I mean, who is this person? That what is that about religion? Like, come on, no, you don't need the money. You don't.
It's a joke.
It's
and
a
them
joke.
Dummies fell for it. Them dummies fell for it. He's right. He's right. We need to band together and get our money together. Get our pastor a damn new jet. What the fuck he need a new jet for? They starving people right outside your fucking doors. Babies. Yep. Not to mention, never mind. Let's keep rolling. Hang on.
These parishioners, they go for it. I just don't get it. Why would you go in to worship the Lord, God our Savior, and put your asses in a situation like that when you're supposed to put that in the pot and spread that love around? People really need this stuff.
See, now he's talking.
And another thing.
It's true.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And another thing.
How in the hell can we lend us to such stupidity? This guy told me he wanted to wrestle with a silverback. I tell you. And another thing.
I love it.
I know you. I know where to find you. I have a specific set of skills. And
I knew he was gonna say.
I like Twix.
Okay, there we go. If I reset, I'm back.
Okay, I knew he was gonna say that. I know you. I know how to find you. I have a specific set of skills. I knew.
Oh, that was. Who was that?
Papa Roach. I'm gonna follow, dude. I'm gonna follow you, man. I'm gonna follow you. I already like you already, man. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna find you right now. I'm gonna follow you.
Papa Roach.
That was one of the biggest problems I've always had, at least within the black church, so-called, because I don't like using that term black, because I.
Well, I think she's going to continue right here.
You even have to pay for pay for weddings too, like for the church to do your wedding ceremony.
Yes.
And that's just very crazy.
Exactly. Listen, now you get me started now. So let me say something behind that. So on top of that, you have to go get a marriage license. So now let me prep.
It's a business contract.
Yes, exactly. So let me prep that. So if it's all about love and it's all about you and another person and under God, that has nothing to do with monetary monies in a government, if it's about you and a spiritual force, why do you got to go ask permission from Caesar?
Yeah,
and then pay Caesar money so that you can unite and be officially married to another person, because this is a corporation. You can't start another business under another business without letting Caesar know and getting his approval. This is New Rome.
That's it.
In fact, Washington D.C. was known as New Rome. Google it, but go it, whatever you want to do. It wasn't known as Washington D.C. in the beginning. It was called New Rome. People look this up and fact check me, because people don't know this. That's why everything looks like Rome. That's why there are Roman columns and all that bullshit, and they're actually African columns because they took all this stuff from Egypt.
Yep.
But it was Egypt way before there was a fucking Rome, and all those columns are in a place called Egypt, which is a misnomer name because it's actually called Kemet. But that's another story.
Kemet, right?
Yeah, Kemet. Yeah, exactly. That's where you get the word chemical and chemistry, because that's where all the scientists and people were. And anyway, point being, it's a joke. It's a hustle, and we all been duped. And we're still getting duped. We're so stupid we keep falling in line with it and paying tithes on some dumb shit. Let me play this next bubble, brother.
One of the things I have an issue with regarding the quote black church, so-called black church, is the simple fact that those tithes, you think about those churches, they all have bank accounts. Again, please do not get this misconstrued because I'm not trying to bring race into it, but a lot of these black churches have accounts with, like, say, Chase, Wells Fargo, and whatever else. So what they're ultimately doing, they're putting that money in the bank, so when real estate developers come in, they get that loan. Those loans then end up, that money gets used to gentrify those so-called black neighborhoods, and then people who've been living there for 30, 40 years wonder why they about to get kicked out and be out on the street with no home or no roof over their head.
I wasn't going to
Very well put.
I wasn't going to go there, Lady Bomber. I wasn't even going to go there.
She did.
You already went there for me, so thank you for elaborating. Because there's so much more. There's so much more to it than on the surface. You just took a big scoop out of the surface and exposed a lot of truths within the black church and churches in general. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and people just don't care. People just don't care. We've been duped, hustled, bamboozled. I know I'm stealing Malcolm X's words, but it's the fucking truth. It don't matter white or black, because the banks run the shit, man. They're the ones that give the money up to invest to build these mega churches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they know it's tax free.
Well, that's right, and it goes back to that Federal Reserve, right?
Mm-hmm.
It went against the Federal Reserve and these big banks.
Yep. Exactly.
Kennedy, Andrew Jackson. There's even more, but at least a few times in history, people have tried to go against the Federal Reserve, tried to abolish the Federal Reserve, and they ended up dead.
Yeah, every time. But to go back on what my man was saying, Papa Roach, when he came through. If I'm not, I can't remember what passage it is in the Bible, but it does talk about the tithes. I couldn't find it, but some reference where it describes the tithes supposed to go to the the fatherless children and the widowed wives. Now that's one thing, but at the same time, this money should be used for the community. It should be used to help people in dire need. I would think, but like she was saying, we putting our own passes in Armani suits and Jaguars and shit and Beamers, like
pimping their ride when there's people starving.
Right? Why? It's such an ignorant thing that we don't even see that we're doing, white or black church. It's just ridiculous.
And that brings on the whole bigger point of our culture now, worshiping monetary gain and worshiping rich folks like the Kardashians or whatever, worshiping people because of what they got, not because of what they did.
Right. Because I always said, what the hell did Kim Kardashian ever do? What did she ever do? Did she write poetry? Did she?
She got the worst cosmetic surgery in American history and created the biggest artificial ass on the planet, and it doesn't even look good, but she's famous for that now.
Well, that's an add-on, and you're right, but her original note of celebrity came from a supposed lost or stolen porn tape with her and Ray J.
Sex tape. That's right.
That's what got her on the map, and that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame that that's what you're actually famous for.
Can you imagine your daughter? You'd be like, "Oh, honey, really? Oh, man, really?"
Yeah, but
You'd be
just
crushed
forget
as a
that, man.
parent.
Yeah, but that's normal in today's society, though. That's cool. Let's accept it. I can't accept that,
That's
man.
brutal.
I can't accept it.
Yeah, I don't accept that. You know, the Paris Hiltons of the world. You know, and here's how the NSA is spying on us and everything. So I've mentioned Paris Hilton and her family and how she's this new royalty. She's never worked a day in her life, but she's famous just for being born to a rich family. You know, the next thing I know, there's like this ad on my phone about Paris Hilton.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How ironic.
Unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. Here, I'm going to hit the next bubble here.
Hello. It's your girl Ra just checking in to say hello. And I see the topic, blood for oil. But I do have a feeling that I am catching you guys at the end. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, you're halfway through. Hey, I love your hat though, Ra. That's what's up. You change your style every day. I like that. That's cool.
Keeps it fresh.
Also, they definitely not only can hear your recorded content that you do, like what I'm doing right now. I'm putting out a recording that will get saved in a database. Yes, we all know this. But also when you talk to your phone, or if you sometimes, this is hypothesizing, but allegedly, it's like, I don't know if you guys heard the app Randonautica. It's like one of those weird apps that puts you at it tells you to go to location based off of your intent when you open up the app, and you're supposed to say to it or say your intent out loud, and then randomly it just like makes up these coordinates that take you to somewhere that resonates with your intent. And it's kind of freaky because you think like, oh, how did they know? It's like, well, once you open up the app, I believe that your microphone also, someone's able to hear you, I guess you can say.
That's kind of freaky. No, I do like her new hat. It's like she's on a truth safari. She's going to search for the truth.
But she's right, though. The software that's out there, you know, with the Series and the Alexas and all that, they're always listening. So they hear you discuss. You're discussing things around them, and then when you go to your YouTube, all of a sudden there's a video on something that you mentioned 2 hours before, and you're like, "Damn, why is this on here?" Or you're talking about the new Air Jordans, and there's an Air Jordan slogan for the advertisement for the new Jordans or whatever. I've noticed it too. I mean, it's not. That's just because it's always listening. So
yeah, and Google even had to settle. There was a lawsuit. Google had to settle because they didn't tell people that there was an automatic recording device in Alexa.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like they're like, well, you got to activate Alexa by saying her name. But how the hell was she listening if she wasn't turned on?
Right. So how did she hear her name?
If she wasn't already activated. Exactly.
Right.
Ridiculous, man. Pay attention. That's why I tell people, pay attention to what we're doing. We don't pay attention. I'm fully aware this motherfucker's recording me 24/7. I know that. I ain't stupid. So it's a wrap. Fuck it. Whatever.
And if they even do get offended, they can go fuck themselves.
Word up.
The Catholic Church is, yes, birthed everything, but when you want to talk about the Jesuit order, you get real deep with that one, with that gematria. And Catholicism is all over. I mean, that organization, that business is all over that. All over a lot of things. They run our politics. They run the government. Put it like that. And you want to go, if you can see past that kind of topic, you will definitely follow a lot of breadcrumbs to truth. And it's all about just being open-minded and making sure that you...
I hope she's still going.
I got cut off. I was basically trying to say you wanted to go ahead and question everything, but believe nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Keep digging.
You're exactly right, Ra. You already know.
Peel back that onion.
That's right.
Wow, Papa Roach sounds like a straight movie trailer right there. I like it. But anyways, yeah, and another thing, it's kind of like a play. When you watch a play, a really good one too. Imagine a really good one that you may want to watch or you've watched before. If you've seen a really good play and you somehow in the middle of the play you have one of the actors mess up. If one of them messes up, or if it's a musical and they crack their voice when they're singing that one time, what does everybody talk about at the end? The mess up. It doesn't matter how good it is, everybody remembers the mess up. And that's kind of like what goes on in our heads when we feel like we made a mistake or we misspoke. We keep beating ourselves up about what we said, which is okay. But we can laugh it off because you don't even realize how good of a person you are. Like, look at how many people enjoyed your show, came to your show.
No, I appreciate you, girl. Yeah, no, I'm not beating myself up at all. And the only reason I even reviewed it is because I'm speaking with the man right here, live and direct, that I misspoke to, and I just wanted to come correct, show him respect, and I appreciate him being live here, and that he realized, like, I just said some dumbass shit, put my foot in my mouth, and we moved on from it. But the only reason I ever revisit that myself, not to beat myself up, is just so that I don't do that in the future. If we don't, learn from the past, so we're not destined to repeat it. That's where I come from.
Oh no, when you get married, you're not getting married to one person. You guys are both getting married to the judge.
Sealing that corporation,
Scurvy. Oh wait, you said Kemet.
And marriages, I'm just going to say this straight the hell out, they're nothing more but a business transaction. I'm sorry to sound so cold about it regarding love, but yes, you are absolutely right. I will use the example of how Mr. Reddit ended up marrying Serena Williams. Now, at the time they got married in 2017. Now I'm using numbers as of 2017 that year. Serena Williams' net worth was 175 million at the time of her getting married to Mr. Reddit. Now, Mr. Reddit, technocrat at the time, his net worth was 9 million. Within a matter of 2 years, his net worth went from 9 million up to, I think it was 70 million. It went up in 2 years. And you can look this up. It's a real easy, simple search, but that just goes to tell you, when it comes to marriage, it is a business transaction. It is a merger. It's an
damn good business move for that dude, huh? That's almost like that dude that married Roseanne.
Which one?
Tom Arnold.
Which one? right.
Tom Arnold. He cashed in.
Yeah. He damn sure did. He got famous too after that. Was in movies?
He got famous. He got paid, and then he got an acting career.
Yeah, and then they got divorced. He married some hot ass young chicks and shit. They started rolling, boy. He was doing it big, man.
Talk about the American dream.
Yeah, he lived it. He's still living it. Shit.
He just had to pay some dues and go downtown every night. Like, whoo.
Well, no, man. Let's finish your bubble.
Well, thanks for showing everybody how to be an adult about things and how you do it in real life,
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. Shit.
Hey.
We grown folks. We grown folks up in here.
Yeah, man. Who's got time for childish shit?
Yeah, man. Life is too short, man.
Life is way too short, man.
It is, man. That's why I changed a lot of things in my life, man. There's some things I'm real passionate about that I never budge on, but relationships with people, you can tell when somebody's a good person or not. I can tell when somebody is or not. I've cut some people loose. That's no doubt. You know what I mean? And and being on an app like this, it would have been very easy to do that. But I know you're a good dude, man. Shit, I wasn't. You know what I mean? We just got hot that night. That's all. And you said some ill shit, but you didn't even. It really wasn't even that damn bad. It was just that it was on a hot topic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So it's all good, man. Life is too short, bro. Life is too short, man.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, man. Well, this has been fun, dude. This has been great.
Man.
I think
for sure.
I would love to do this again.
Yeah, we'll have to set up another one, man, for sure. Like I said, I'll start to get my my rhythm a little better in the oncoming weeks. Once I get this Saturday established, I'm trying to get something together with True Dab God too on a weekly basis. I don't know which day of the week yet. We're still working on that. So I'll probably have at least one day out of the week where I can try to do something with you, Rara, anybody. My dude Wise Fool, I need to holler at him too. So I got some other people out there that I want to do shows with independently on the side. You know what I'm saying? And just get it in like we're doing right now. So yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I'm down too. Definitely. I'm stoked to have a show with True Dab God on Sundays. Excited about that. And another dab.
Yep. And another dab. So
yeah. Well, right on, man. I'm gonna go grab a little dinner here. But
okay.
This has been awesome. Yeah, big time. Me too. Man. Thank you, everybody that's been listening.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate the messages. Everybody kept it real positive, kept it all up. I love that.
Yeah. You got a good crowd, man. You got a really good crowd come through. Some good people, good intelligent people with some good conversation.
Absolutely.
Good yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So definitely got to do this again.
Yeah, for sure. So just we already linked up, so we'll hook it up again.
Sounds good, man. You have a wonderful night.
Hey, you too, my brother, and you have a blessed one. Y'all take care.
Awesome. Everybody take care. Have a wonderful night. Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks for tuning into another episode and another thing with Dave. Please follow, subscribe, and share. I'm on all social media and another thing with Dave. And keep seeking the truth.